It was a long time ago. So we met when I was 14, when I was starting my pageant journey in the Miss America opportunity. I was a really shy teen, just starting to get my feet wet in the pageant world. And I started going to for prep for interview. I was really stressed about the interview process. So yeah, that's kind of how we met.
And then your first local, and you talk about this quite a bit.
Yeah, I
Your
do.
first
Um,
local. Yeah. Talk you tell the story.
Yeah, so we met when I was 14, and I was competing in my very first local in the Miss Texas organization. And I have a speech impediment. So when I was a kid growing up, I have a kind of stutter. It's called blocking. So for me, going into the pageant world where there's so much public speaking involved, very, very scared of that. I was very afraid of that. And so leading up to my first competition, I was really scared of two things. I was really scared of onstage question, and I was really scared of interview. And so we met, we worked on that a little bit. But obviously, when I walked on stage for the very first time doing my onstage question, I stuttered on stage, which was my biggest fear as a 14-year-old high school freshman. So yeah, that's kind of how we met. We started working together, and I had no idea that that moment for me was going to be such a pivotal moment in my life for me at 14 to kind of face the thing that I was most scared of, which was stuttering on stage in front of people and having to kind of talk about it and have the world see me for all that I was and who I am. So yeah, that's kind of how I got my start with you, and that was the beginning of a really really long journey in pageantry, which now led me to do all of the things I'm doing now.
I remember, I mean, obviously it's been a minute, but I
Yeah,
remember the stutter story. I mean, it became like the foundational part of Live Fearless, like
did.
doing what you're afraid of.